Hi everybody, it's Elaine here, the Rocky Mountain Reiki Lady, and today we are going to be talking about the science behind Reiki. I get this question a lot. In fact, I get it all the time. How exactly does Reiki work? And that's what I want to answer for you in today's live stream. So for those of you who may be joining me for the very first time, my name is Elaine. I'm the Rocky Mountain Reiki Lady, and I'm a Reiki Master and Animal Reiki Master. I work with people and animals, helping us to create a better quality of life and helping us to help heal each other through love. That's essentially what Reiki is. So getting right to the topic, and thank you for those of you who are joining me live, getting right to the topic, what is Reiki and how does it work? I'll try to explain it as succinctly as I can, but there is a science behind it. When you ask people how Reiki works, a lot of people will say, we don't know how it works. Others will say it's all about tapping into universal energy, which it is. It's all about love, which it is. But what is the science behind it? Like, how can you prove to me that it really works? And that's what I want to share with you today, because this is something you do not have to be a Reiki master to do, but it helps if you at least understand the basis behind Reiki. So Reiki is a Japanese word. That's all there is. It's a word. Just like the word water, you can't get wet by the word water. Reiki is a word that stands for love and peace and harmony and universal energy and that universal consciousness that connects us all. But the science behind it, it is based. So first I want to tell you about my animal practice. I am primarily an animal Reiki master. That means that I practice and teach animal Reiki. I use my practice with animal clients and I teach other Reiki masters and Reiki practitioners how to use Reiki with animals. And I follow something called the Let Animals Lead method. Let Animals Lead simply recognizes that animals are equals, they are sentient beings, and when we practice Reiki, it's at their level. So I always ask, just like I would ask a human, I would never practice Reiki with someone who did not give me permission. I always ask the animals permission as well. And only if they choose to share Reiki with me do we share Reiki. So how do you share Reiki with animals anyway? What has that got to do with human Reiki? And what has that got to do with the science behind Reiki? What I have learned from the animals is that it is all in the heart. And I'm talking physically in the heart. Our heart has a magnetic center to it. It has a magnetic energy to it. And when you concentrate on your heart space, that energy expands. When I can even feel it now, when I begin to talk about it, I feel that energy expanding. So Reiki for me is a meditative practice. Now the word meditation really turns a lot of people off. Meditation is the easiest way to explain it is that it is a way of quieting my mind and opening my heart. And when I quiet my mind and open my heart, I can feel an energy that radiates from my heart. Reiki is often done with hands, so with human beings, it is done with touch. And human beings are very comforted by touch. We place our hands on certain parts of the body, and that comforts humans. It allows the stress to release. What it really does is allows your mind to quiet and your heart to open. So when I practice my animal, it works with animals too. When I do my Reiki practice, I concentrate on my heart space. I breathe in, I breathe out. I feel that love coming from my heart. It's a physical sensation. I feel that energy expanding from my heart, and I imagine that energy increases and grows and increases and grows. And with each breath that I take, I feel that energy expanding out beyond me. And what that is heart resonance. It is heart synchronization. When my heart-centered energy expands into my client's heart-centered energy, we have a synchronicity. And it allows my client's heart to open. Why? Why does that matter? Because when our brain quiets and our heart opens, our body begins to heal. You've probably heard of the term chakras. Chakras, it's a term that some people think of as hippy-dippy, woo-woo. There are actual energy centers in our body. So we have energy centers in our core. It travels right up in a line through here, our heart, our solar plexus, right here in our throat for communication, our third eye, and then we have the final chakra that rests right above here. And this is where I feel my energy come from. When I focus on opening my heart space, I can feel my whole body just shift and come into alignment. So whatever stress that I've been dealing with through the day, because we all have these things, life throws at us these little things, right? And when it throws these things at us, how we react is kind of determines the health of our body. And what I choose when life throws something at me is to react in a peaceful and calm manner. And when I take those deep breaths and I focus on my heart center, I feel a physical sensation. It is called heart resonance. You might also have heard it called heart, brain. Can't think of the word that I'm looking for, but it's when everything aligns up, when your heart and your brain are all synchronicity. That's the word I'm looking for. And heart, brain, synchronization. There's another coherence. That's the word I'm looking for as well. Coherence and biocommunication. That's the other thing that it's called. So biocommunication is when my energy field connects with a client's energy field, and it allows their brain to quiet and their heart to open, and their whole body begins to physically realign based on that. Your body naturally knows how to heal. So when you've got an instance of illness or anxiety or stress, we are not taught in Western society how to deal with that and how to use our mind and our body and our spirit in order to calm that stress and reduce the level of anxiety that it's causing us. Because when we feel that stress, we live under stress 24/7. Our bodies were not designed for it. And when we need to understand how we can just release that stress. That's what I do with Reiki. Reiki helps my clients to realign, to quiet their mind, to open their heart space, and to let their body do what comes naturally to it, which is heal. What has that got to do with animals? Because I am an animal Reiki master. More than anything, I love working with my animals. And why does this come so easily to animals? It comes super easy to animals. I posted several pictures, both on Instagram, Facebook, of the clients that I work with who are animals, because they look at me with such love. Even the people that I work with will tell you that there has never been such a sense of deep, satisfying love that they get from a Reiki session. And the reason behind this is the heart resonance. When your heart connects, it's a physical sensation that both myself and the client can feel, and it extends beyond us. So when I work with animals, why does it work so quickly with them? Because they have no resistance. You can see the love in the eyes of the animals that I work with. I feel the love coming from all of the animals I work with, whether they're clients' pets, whether they're my own pets, whether they're animals in the wild or animals that are in captivity, animals that I work with at the shelter. They immediately sense that connection of love. I open my heart space. I ask them to join me. They come into my heart space. Between the two of us, our heart spaces are synchronized. That sense of love is overwhelming. It is such a good feeling. I don't ever like to leave that feeling. I love that feeling with me all the time. So animals don't have resistance. People go, oh, BS, okay, bullshit. That's what they say. And animals don't have that. They don't have any of that. They have no questioning. They don't question it. They accept it. They know it. They live it. And that's why they're our best teachers, because they have absolutely no resistance to the universal love that surrounds all of us, and that is physically connected with the energy of our hearts. Hey, thanks everybody for joining me. I'm trying to see if I can see comments. Okay, there we go. So Sandy, you right? They completely trust. There's absolutely no question. The animals trust, and they end up teaching me. They've taught me almost all of this. I began practicing Reiki probably, maybe 10 years ago. And when I look back, I was probably practicing Reiki without even knowing it long before that. But I officially started learning and training about 10 years ago. And when I started working with animals a few years ago, probably 3-5 years ago when I started working with animals, they are the ones who have taught me more than anything else, because they are completely open and they have no restrictions when it comes to sharing their love. When I open that space, they walk right through, and I love it. So I wanted to kind of explain to you, there is a science behind it. There is such a thing as an energy center around your heart. We ignore it. We push it aside because we have so much else going on. We have such busy lives. But when we can take the time to meditate, quiet your mind, focus on that heart space, allow it to open, I invite you to practice it. I invite you to practice it just for a minute, even for a minute in the morning when you first wake up. I do it every single morning with the Reiki precepts, which is a topic for another video. But for now, we're focusing just on the science behind Reiki, the energetic magnetic field that surrounds our heart, that is stronger than any magnetic field in the rest of our body or being. And when we focus on that and allow it to expand, we can feel it surround our whole body. We can feel it surround the room that we happen to be in, or the space that we happen to be in. And if you get more than one person connecting in that synchronicity, heart energy expands. And if you'd like to learn more about that, I would invite you to research Dr. Joe Dispenza. Dr. Joe Dispenza, and there's also something called the Heart Math Institute that also studies the frequencies of the heart and how we can use that. And by that's not the word, not synchronizing. I still can't, what's that C word I used a few minutes ago? But when your brain and your heart and your core are all in alignment and we share that energy, we can make dramatic changes, first with ourselves personally, then with the other people in our lives. I keep looking down at my dog who's laying here at the foot of the sofa, and make changes in the whole world if we really tried. So for now, that's it. I wanted to share with you science behind Reiki. We're going to talk more and more about that. I have some other really cool things, and there it goes. I have some other really cool things to share. I hope you've all been having an amazing day, an amazing week, and I will talk to you again soon. For now, see you later from the Rocky Mountain Reiki Lady. Bye.